With some horror movies depicting disturbing scenes, which horror movies have proven to be too extreme to watch?
Lemon squares taste like ass.
Welcome to my channel, my name is Em, aka Horror, and in today's video I will be counting down 10 disturbing horror movies. Slither, 2006. A sci-fi meets zombie horror, Slither is set in a small town whose residents are about to have their lives changed forever when they are invaded by alien creatures who turn them into zombie-like mutants. With plenty of gross scenes and body horror, the movie can be uncomfortable for some to watch, especially those with certain phobias. Although there is a comedic side to the movie, it has still managed to unsettle its viewers, leaving them feeling unnerved. The Platform, 2019. This Netflix exclusive is set in a place called The Hole, a prison where people can volunteer themselves to go. It is composed of numerous levels with a rectangular hole in the centre where a platform containing food descends. Depending on the level you are on will depend on the quantity of food which remains once it reaches you. The lower the level, the less chance you have of receiving your food. Due to these circumstances, people turn to anything they can to survive, including cannibalism. With implications of animal cruelty, scenes of gruesome deaths including a beheading, and unsettling themes, it's understandable why this may be too much for some to watch. Midsommar, 2019. A movie with its own uniqueness and theme, Midsommar has become one of the last decade's most questionable horror films. The movie follows the attendees of a Swedish midsummer festival. However, the festival is not like any other when it turns out to be a festival full of ritual murders. Showing disgusting deaths, it is definitely a creepy movie with deranged themes and hard-to-watch scenes, taking Norse paganism to extreme levels. Hereditary, 2018. Hereditary has certainly made its mark in the horror genre. Whether Hereditary is a movie you enjoy or find boring, it is one that has been praised for pushing boundaries and its unique approach. Following a family who are processing trauma and grief, the movie has a way of tapping into the psychological and emotional horror themes, which leaves the audience questioning what they have seen. There are gruesome scenes which includes the decapitation of a child, as well as some cleverly placed psychological aspects. It is not a horror movie for the faint of heart and is one for the gore lovers. Inside, 2007. Every pregnant woman's worst nightmare, this French slasher horror has been named as the most visceral slasher movie of all time. 4 months after she survives an horrific car accident which took the life of her husband, a very heavily pregnant woman is spending Christmas alone. However, her quiet time is soon interrupted when she has a knock on her door. What follows is a brutal bloodbath with unpleasant scenes, including the pregnant woman's stomach being cut open. This is a movie that may certainly cause upset and might not be one for those who may find this theme upsetting. Tusk, 2014. If you are not into body horror, this movie is definitely not one for you. A podcast host named Wallace flies to Canada to interview a boy who has gone viral on the internet for accidentally sawing his leg. When this does not go to plan, he finds someone else to interview. When a man offers him a place to stay with the promise of interesting stories, he takes this opportunity. The man then tells a story of how he was rescued by a walrus during his days as a seaman, but halfway through, Wallace blacks out. He comes to the following morning strapped in a wheelchair with his leg amputated. It only goes downhill from here, with the man surgically transforming Wallace into a walrus. There are clear scenes of body mutilation, blood and gore, making this movie a difficult watch for many. When Evil Lurks, 2023. When Evil Lurks is one of the newest movies which has disturbed many. Its brutality and gore has made this movie not only hard to watch, but also one that has pushed people's limits. The storyline follows people and animals who are targeted by an entity who possesses them for its own gain. During these possessions, the individuals who have been taken over by the being carry out the most horrific acts, which includes severe attacks and deaths of many, including children. The gruesomeness of the attacks has shocked people who have witnessed the scenes and left them feeling horrified. The Human Centipede, 2009. One of the most revolting body horror movies is The Human Centipede. A deranged doctor kidnaps 3 people and surgically bonds them together to make a human centipede. The way that they are bonded together causes a lot of stomach-churning moments in the movie as they are attached mouth to rear. One of the most sickening scenes in the movie shows what happens when one of the trio needs to defecate. With other bodily functions and gore on display, The Human Centipede is well known as being a revolting watch, and its sequels are no different. Terrifier, 2016. By now, if you have not heard of Art the Clown or the Terrifier movies, then you are in for a shock. Known for pushing boundaries and taking things to the extreme, Terrifier was refused funding by Hollywood for this very reason. When 2 friends meet Art the Clown after a night out, they are only met with horror. The executions in the film are shocking and savage, which will either make you laugh or cry. There is plenty of gore, blood and guts to be seen, as well as unnerving scenes which play with your mind. Its sequels have only taken this further, and Art the Clown is now one of the most recognised horror icons as he causes more terror and disruption. Atroz, 2015. With some comparing it to movies such as a Serbian film, this Mexican horror movie has been noted as disgustingly disturbing. When 2 men get into a car accident, the police find footage of some truly vile things these men have done, leading to the realisation that these 2 are in fact serial killers. Scenes which have turned stomachs include those which show menstrual blood and human faeces being smeared over people, torture scenes and necrophilia. It's a film that is not recommended for those with a weak stomach and should be watched with caution. So as always, what do you guys think? Are there any other horror movies you find to be disturbing? Let me know down in the comments section. If you have enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe and switch on that notifications button, as I will be uploading more content like this. This is an AI-free channel and I do everything on my own, so any support is greatly appreciated. Thank you so much for watching. You can check out my other content here. With that being said, I will see you in the next video.